Nearly 2,000 people marched through the streets of Seattle ahead of President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. They rallied over causes they believe are under threat from the incoming administration. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Michelle Esteban. Seattle was more than 100 sister rallies around the country. The main march in our nation's capital just 2 days before Trump's inauguration. About 25,000 protesters rallied in D.C. Other marches happening in New York City, Chicago, and L.A. Thanks for joining us. Today's march here in Seattle began with a rally and speeches early this morning. This all happened at Cal Anderson Park. And then the group marched 2 miles from the park to the Seattle Center. KOMO's Karina Vargas listened in and talked to those rallying.
Michelle, this was a peaceful march where many showed up in unison. They tell me that they showed up despite fear of what the next 4 years will look like. From Capitol Hill to the Seattle Center. Nearly 2,000 took the streets of Seattle to march and have their voices heard. It comes just days before President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration.
I think it's important that we don't keep quiet anymore about things that have bothered us and to really speak up, because it's not going to change if you don't say anything.
Some said this march was a way for them to stand up and fight for equality, human rights, and reproductive freedoms.
I feel like that's all I can do. I want to do more, but I don't know what that is, what that entails. So for now, it's the march.
Their message is they want a voice in the direction of our country and are concerned about a Trump administration's policies, including immigration protections and mass deportations.
Very nervous, very skeptical of where our country's going to be 4 years from now, for sure.
Newly elected Governor Bob Ferguson addressed the crowd at Cal Anderson Park before the march, vowing to continue to fight for Washingtonians.
My job is different than it was the last time Donald Trump was president. But I can assure you, if this administration engages in any action that violates the law, that exceeds his authority, and harms your rights or the people of the state or our environment, I will stand up and we will stop him again.
A much smaller turnout compared to 2017, when about 150,000 protesters attended the Women's March, now rebranded as the People's March.
The difference between this year and 8 years ago is that we are focusing on bringing everyone together.
As far as security during the event, Seattle police were present, and the event organizer said that they had also hired security. But again, the event remained peaceful. In Seattle, Karina Vargas, KOMO News.